something bitter. Good morning, the rat.
Yeah, mute that.
I did. I heard myself echo.
Mute it. Mute
The caption says it looked like something bitter,
it.
like sour
Like
bitter.
somebody's upset.
Yeah, that's funny
Ah,
that we gave two different bitters.
yeah.
I'm like sour, you're like upset.
Jealousy, envy, greed. Um, Sending you what I got so far.
Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, Arctic. I haven't told you that, and I've been talking to you for like the last hour.
Yeah,
So
your kids were kind of
yeah, up and at it this morning.
in the way of the
Up,
good morning pleasantries.
up and at it. Um, mm,
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Sharon. So lot of stuff happened this week.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're so
I
ridiculous.
am. I am. A lot of stuff happened this week. Um, Lily had a great week of school. I
Yes,
assume
we are 1 week down of preschool. So
13
far,
years to go. Good morning.
so
Good
far,
morning.
all we brought home is a runny nose and a rash we can't figure out.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. So
But nothing the little Benadryl and Benadryl cream won't fix.
yeah. Um.
Good morning,
So
Irene, and good morning, J Dub.
I want to get started with this today. August 12th is my half birthday.
Happy half birthday.
Why don't we celebrate those?
Because you're
Like
not
I am
three.
officially 36 and a half today.
Well,
Thank you,
congratulations.
man. I appreciate it. What do you even say to a person to be like
Congratulations.
happy half birthday or whatnot?
You say congratulations.
That's hilarious.
That's all you can say.
Good morning. Good morning. Um,
Good morning.
yeah,
Oh goodness.
you got that one.
Don't want to.
Stay
Hey, sit over
right there. Freeze. She moved. Oh, that's nasty. But yeah, man, I'd love to celebrate because we need to celebrate each other. So I would love to celebrate my halves. Like we can have a half of a party or something. Like if you have cake, don't put candles in it, or you don't sing happy birthday. You just be like, hey, we're celebrating. You've been uh this age for 6 months now. Happened before.
there. It is.
There you go.
Small internet outage. Don't really know what happened. Congrats, you'll get the rest of the word when it's your whole birthday.
Yeah, right.
uh-uh.
Okay, Lily.
Pull your pants up.
Lily, go that way. Go around the other way. She gonna knock my cup over.
She is. You say sorry to this man.
Man, I don't know what that cream is, but we need to find it.
Again,
Go on
yes.
down there, Lily. Tired of this child. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna start celebrating that Joker, man.
Oh, okay.
Happy half.
Well, Lily's birthday is in 12 days. If your half birthday is today.
Yeah, that is true. You figure out what we're gonna do for her?
I have an idea.
I have no clue. All right, so let's get into it. That was my little side thing I was thinking about this morning. I was like, "Dog, today is my half birthday, so congrats to me and happy half birthday to me." So first thing I want to talk about is this Tory Lanez got
Oh.
sentenced to 10 years.
Mm.
And I have mixed reviews about it. Be straight up with you.
What is your mixed
I
reviews?
feel like it's enough time, but I also feel like it's I feel like it's over and like proper, right?
So you realize that he had 3 charges,
Right, right.
and that's what the 10 years
Yeah,
is for.
yeah, yeah. I realize
I
that,
think
but
it's
it's
three
but
charges.
it's what I'm thinking of the event, right? He shot this girl in the foot, drunk, shot her, not thinking about the other charges, like
Mm-hmm.
the stuff he get because he didn't get charged for shooting her.
Correct.
He got charged for like I think it was.
Assault with a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and negligent discharge of a gun for shooting the victim.
Well, I guess he did get charged for shooting her, but she didn't like press charges on him. It was the state.
Mm-hmm. It
So the
was the people.
so the thing that I like just hearing it, it's a lot. You know, it's like
Would you say that 3 years is excessive for assault with a firearm?
I don't know. It's just a feeling, you know,
Because I'm just
man's intuition.
removing Meg the Stallion from the situation, removing Tory Lanez from the situation. If a person had a firearm and shot you, and they were getting charged with assault with a firearm, would you be like 3 years? Man, that's too long. He cool.
I would tell the judge in 3 years, I'm getting my lick back.
Illegal possession of a firearm. That's not technically a crime
I
against a
I
person.
am getting my lick back off of self defense. I don't know, man. It's just I'm
when
looking.
when you break down the 3 charges
Yeah,
at 3 years and 3 months
yeah,
each,
right.
it doesn't seem
No,
excessive.
that's why I was like I'm torn because it seems correct, right?
Mhm.
It's the right thing to do, but then it's like, dog, that's a long time.
He shouldn't have been number one in America.
Shouldn't have had a gun.
Shouldn't have been in America because why have we been subjected to Tory
Lord
Lanez?
Jesus,
Number two, uh, shouldn't have had a gun.
right?
You're a felon.
At this point, I
No,
don't
he
think
was a
he.
felon
Oh,
beforehand.
was he?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you had all these like it's been violent crimes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you got those against you. You got a gun, and then you shot somebody because you got drunk. That means you can't control yourself
yeah.
too, or your
You got
alcohol.
anger issues, little man syndrome.
Deport him.
You got to serve his time, and then they probably gonna deport
That's
him.
fine.
That's what they did to Shine.
Yeah.
Shine went to jail and then got deported, and now he's the president of
Is it Belize?
yeah, Belize.
Rapper Shine.
Oh, did you see what he said? He said he's not gonna apologize to her for like he didn't do something. Regardless of how they try to spin my words, I have always maintained my innocence, and I will always and always will. The rapper said in the Instagram post before he was sentenced. Lanes addressed the court and took full responsibility. Let me get. Okay, thank you. Go watch your movie, man.
That was a wet
It
kiss.
was mine too. Yuck, yuck. Good morning, Linda. Oh, I don't know because I was looking at the Henry.
I can't imagine anybody shooting a woman that I know and making it
Yeah,
justifiable.
I
It
can't
just
either.
doesn't make
It don't.
sense.
It doesn't.
I not even just a woman, like person in general.
Yeah.
And it's like, what made you so mad? Can somebody tell that story?
I don't know what made him so bad, but Henry Ruggs got 10 years and he killed somebody.
Mm-hmm. He did. Because his verdict just came out too, like this week.
Yep. And Henry, if you don't know, Henry Ruggs was a rookie, I want to say wide receiver for the Raiders. And Lily, put the book bag down and go sit down.
Lily just climbed in her brother's playpen with her
Put the
backpack
book
on.
bag down.
Erica said his lack of remorse didn't help his case. It did
No,
not.
it didn't. And him trying to persuade the jury, Like with all this outside of the court antics, didn't help either.
You're absolutely correct, Steve. We
Nah,
won't ever know what
man.
happened
So funny
because
story.
Kelsey just be lying.
Funny story. Me, Steve, and Greg on the Speaker Geekers podcast,
Mhm.
we talked about this for weeks.
Did
And
y'all?
I was like, I'm just tired of talking about it.
And now here you are back
Here it is
talking
again.
about
I probably won't give it much more thought after today. Um,
it.
but
No,
yeah,
I didn't look at it as an excessive charge. I also don't understand all these people that are mad at Megan who literally tried to cover this up for him.
go sit back down. You eat it.
And yet and still
Go sit
she's
back
the
down.
villain for getting shot.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. How am I the villain because I got shot?
Lily.
Ma'am.
Lily.
Ma'am.
Lily, come on, man. Okay.
Yes, you can go.
Let me figure something out.
um, I don't understand. Like she's the villain for getting shot. She's she literally lied to the police for him. She also lied to us, the general public, with her Gayle King interview. It's just been she lied to the public with her Gayle King interview when she was like, we didn't have a relationship.
I don't think that matters none.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying she lied about this stuff. What is Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Lily just got really mad and stomped off. But nothing happened in between them getting up and her getting mad and stomping off. I really just don't understand the backlash to her for this situation. I mean, she lied, but I would never tell the truth about sleeping with Tory Lanez. So there's that. But I don't look at the 10 years as being excessive, especially if you divided the charges out and you be like, you got 3 years for having an unregistered firearm and shooting it, um, assaulting someone with it as a separate charge, and then whatever the last one was, assault, illegal possession, and negligent discharge. So, I mean, it is what it is. And then he said that he's not going to apologize, but he called her someone I still care for dearly to this day. Those two things don't go together. It just feels like he doesn't know how to save face for whatever he's trying to say, but he also is just doing whatever as well. Yeah, the Megan hate just seems very excessive. Like they really are acting like Megan sought out to get herself shot and then went through all the proper channels to make sure that, you know, he did this to her and somehow she's still getting blamed. It just doesn't make sense. I really question a lot of people who come up with these concepts. I'm sorry, I literally just jumped off the couch. I don't know what's going on here.
What you talking about?
Uh, Not understanding how Megan is being blamed. Like Megan did not say, "Tori, here's a gun. Shoot me in the foot."
Oh, yeah.
It's not her thing. I think it's because nobody will tell the actual truth because of snitching rules. At this point, once I have the opportunity to go to jail,
What you mean the opportunity?
the possibility, that's
Yeah,
a better word.
yeah.
Have the possibility of going to jail, the truth will prevail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. If it's me or you, I'm
Hmm.
definitely telling.
Yep.
Don't do nothing or tell me nothing you gonna did, because I'm gonna tell that you
She
did it.
didn't get shot. She just walked on glass with the top of her feet. I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm not arguing anything.
Where the glass come from?
I didn't even. I. You
I'm
know what?
kidding. I'm
I'm gonna be
kidding because it's a
completely
joke.
honest.
It's a joke.
No,
It's a
I'm
joke.
saying I'm being completely honest. When all this stuff came out and everybody started having their conspiracy theories about what actually happened, I was just like, look, Until they come out with some evidence,
Yeah.
I ain't getting in this.
The
And I
fa-
don't think I talked about this on anything because I don't. We weren't doing the coffee break back
Mm-mm.
then. I still think it was bullet fragments and not an actual bullet in her foot. Either way,
Shot at, shot me.
he shot
Same thing
it.
for
It
me.
was a gun discharged, and he wasn't supposed to be in possession of a gun and had one. If he didn't have the gun, we wouldn't be arguing if it's a gun or if it's glass.
Only thing I got to say is, if I was Meg, I'd still be like, yeah, I'm gonna get you back, player.
Oh no. You know, when the Bible says vengeance is mine, that deportation is enough
Like,
vengeance.
nah, it's just like, man, you can't just shoot at me and thinking we gonna be all willy nilly after that.
Actually,
On sight.
his hairline is vengeance enough.
I would just shave my head.
He should. Let's say we should all get in this like the Alabama brawl. Shooting a woman is ridiculous. Speaking of the Alabama brawl,
speaking of,
so
I couldn't stop watching.
one of my best friends sent me a video on TikTok, and I haven't watched it yet, but she went through and described the video went through and described everybody by their zodiac sign.
Mhm.
And it said the dude with the chair was an Aries. And I was like, I do not resemble that statement.
So let's start from the beginning. If you have not seen or heard about this Montgomery brawl,
I don't know,
what
Narette.
it got many different names.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Let me see
oh,
what the
I don't
names
know
are.
about the hospital records and stuff. He just got 10 years. But um this Alabama, the Montgomery brawl, Alabama brawl,
Fade in the water.
fade in the water, whatever else you want to call it. Um Started from, it was white and black. Cinco de Negro. uh so the fight started and everybody thought the guy was a security guard, like, but he was actually a co-pilot or
Mhm,
co-captain or first mate or something like that. He was driving the boat.
mhm,
So I think it's called the Harriet 2. They was out on the sail,
mhm.
and when they came back into dock, somebody was parked in their Montgomery Tea Party. Somebody was parked in their spot, right?
Mhm.
And so this is me paraphrasing from all the content I have took
Yeah, Tommy was
this week.
like
I
obsessed
couldn't
with
stop
this.
watching it.
Like he was sending me videos, and I was like, I don't even watch fight videos.
Oh, I
One,
love fight videos.
and the fact that I had looked at two of these
Yeah.
videos to try to figure out what happened, I was like, I'm good on fights until
The
2025.
terrible part is I like fight videos, but I don't like fights. Anyway, so
I'm good
yeah,
on fighting until 2025 at least.
I couldn't. What's happening in 2025?
Nothing. I'm just saying, like I'm good for a
Oh,
while.
anyway, so the co-captain got off the boat.
Never stick around for somebody swimming to get you.
No, you don't. Co-captain got off the boat and went to move the boat, the people's boat, manually so they can park the Harriet. And so,
Because the spot was reserved
right,
for the Harriet. That is important.
yeah. So it was a group of white men coming over to talk to
The co-pilot.
the co-pilot. It's not a pilot. I don't forgot his name, but they came over to
Captain.
talk. The captain, co-captain,
You
came
should
over.
know you like below deck.
Oh my god! Would you let me finish?
You couldn't come up with the words.
So as they were talking, somehow the one of the white guys came over and like tackled or pushed or jump punched co-captain, jump punched, let's say that he jump punched the co-captain, and then so immediately they started ganging this. I don't know how we got to move your boat to we're gonna fight, but before that they had been trying to get them to move, and the people on the thing was like, hey, y'all need to move your stuff and everything. They wasn't talking, they were using cuss words, and they was at one point they were singing, move, get out the way. Anyway, So fight ensued, right? They
Mm-hmm.
ganging up on this. He's a black co-captain, ganging up on him.
Four dudes got the bus.
Wham, wham, jump punch. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So one of the kids that was one of the dock workers came over, tried to help. He got hit. He was out of it after he got hit that one time, and I feel him. I'm like, man, this ain't my fight, and y'all ain't finna hit me, and I can't fight back. So he understands his role. I'm gonna get somebody down here to help out. We had another 16-year-old kid jump in the water from the Harriet, swam over. Now, this is what's amazing to me is this guy swam over. I can't swim 10 meters. That's probably where he had to go without tired. Getting out the water is hard for me. And there were no steps, and he had to reach to pull up. Wet clothes and all, shoes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He got out the water, got himself together, and then sued to punch. We had one guy to come down, try to break up the fight at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But before everything else, the funniest thing about this whole fight is that before, like, once the co-captain got hit, he threw his hat up. And the meme that came after it was like, that's the black signal, like the bat signal. Man, that joke was so funny to me. But um the history behind that is what makes me think
The history behind it.
like that doc, that was
It was an auction block.
it was an auction block,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the major auction blocks in Alabama, so in the whole country at that point. So it's
Makes sense. It's on water.
yeah, man, it was so many things that happened throughout that whole thing. Like, I don't know at what point the guys had, like, everybody had came down, all the black people had came down, shirts off, in a line, marching to these folks' boat. Like, nah, you ain't finna, nah, player, come on off this boat. And the one dude just said, fuck it, here we go. Boom. um, Women were hit, women were jumping in the fight. Women jumped in the fight with the co-captain.
No way.
Um, I just, I loved it too. I couldn't turn away, man. I couldn't turn away.
I just couldn't. I That's not a fight I would have jumped
Now,
in.
now, the guy with the chair. We have to talk. First off, they've arrested
Mm,
5 people,
They've arrested a lot of people now. It's
and
more
one
people.
person was the guy with the chair. I
One,
think
two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 people have been
8 people have been arrested.
hmm
Um, the
This
guy
is
with
the most recent update that I see.
okay, the one I saw this morning, it was 5. But it's crazy because the guy with the chair, I didn't feel bad when he was beating the dude in the back, right?
hmm
But man, he hit that woman in the face, and she had no way of protecting herself. I was just like, ah,
When he hit her, the first thing I said, when that lady said he going to jail, I was like, "Yep."
yep. I was like, that's it.
I never talk out loud to videos, but I talked out loud to that
You
video.
know the funniest thing, when you send me the audio messages,
hmm
I respond to
Like verbally.
it. Side note.
I usually send those when I'm trying to get something out really
Yeah.
quickly and my hands are not free
Dog,
to
but
text.
man, he hit that woman in the face with that chair. That woman was already getting her, like, she was getting foot to the face, to the stomach, everything. Like, they were stomping her. Like 3 or 4 women was just feet in her face. She trying to sit up, and here comes the chair to the kisser.
I was just like, "Yikes! This hurts."
Man, like, and it's like, I knew that was the end of the fight. Why both of us look at her like, ew. I knew that was it. But man, I just felt the way, like, I just, like, I
Okay.
was like, you could have punched her. But I get it. I know he was already momentum and already moving and shaking with this chair. Man, it felt like a Royal Rumble because things happen at different times and different places. Like, fights just everywhere. But I'm glad nobody got killed. With no shooting happened, and it was just a good old fashioned whooping. It was a good old fashioned fight, and nobody got shot. So that's the good thing about it. But man, a couple people should have got a concussion. That lady sitting in the chair, she should have. I mean, like got hit by the chair. Should have dang on had a concussion. Man, but it was so uncalled for, and the people that started the fight were in the wrong, and I think that's why I feel the way I feel
Mm-hmm.
is because those people were in the wrong, and so many times you see black people having to, um, just take it right. Like we're seeing the remnants of I think the guy that was holding the crowd back
Mm-hmm.
in George Floyd got sentenced to 50 something months in prison.
Mm-hmm.
We see that, but we had to witness a black man being killed. We always witnessing black people something happening to black people.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we were in the right, and we seen black people come to the aid of another black man, and I think that has something to do with it. Um, it's weird because I didn't feel a way about men hitting women, and I don't agree with it. With a man hitting a woman, but it's like
I looked at that whole thing. It was like all of y'all need to calm down.
I didn't. If
Like
you were there, what would you have done?
I would have been one of the people recording it.
Me too.
That's it.
I never would have jumped in. I'm like I'm.
Actually, I probably wouldn't have been recording it. I'm gonna say that because my phone usually dies when we go do things, and so if I was on the boat, my phone probably would have been dead. We are no longer standing around recording. I hope this is a trend.
I hope it's a trend that hey man, you'll get your butt whooped messing with folks like that. So but I hope it's a trend that goes in the other direction too, in a more positive way as well. Like we see that a brother or sister is doing something positive, and we come to their aid
Yeah,
in a
no, I'm
sense.
I'm happy that people were there to help him when it initially started. I just think that it escalated really
Oh, it
fast.
did. Oh, it did.
And I don't know what the timestamps were,
Yeah, I
but
don't need it. That's
it
the
just
thing. I don't know.
it just went from we arguing about this boat to they fighting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, you probably are. The red said the captain reported that this was not the first time that they had to report them, but the cops will say, "Well, no, let's just what's happened? Is he stuck? Oh, yes, yeah, he was stuck. Yes." J Dub said he would have jumped in. Tommy said he would have held your beer. Steve said, I'm not recording because I'm not going to have any evidence on me. You got to prove that I have the evidence. Women stood up and got to wrecking. That's why they felt so comfortable not moving their boat. Nothing ever happened. I think that going forward, if they decide that they're going to go get on the boat, they're not going to dock right there anymore. Or anybody else is going to dock right there anymore.
I even heard that the people that, like the white people that got into it,
Just come sit down with him. You heard that the white people that got into it did what?
were like on a grocery store, and they're
Oh, in
like,
Selma.
yeah, and they're racist, like at the grocery store.
Well, I'll say their grocery store is probably not going to
I would just
get the
close down and
business
cut my
that they think
losses.
they're going to get.
That's what I would do,
Steve said we have to stop recording certain things. That's
man.
absolute true. You
I
need to
be
keep your
wanting to
hands
go
to
back to it.
yourself. Good morning.
Yeah, I got him because he started crying. Yeah, he
Yes.
started crying
Please go
because you
drink your
left him.
hot chocolate.
Go drink your hot chocolate. Um,
I would have jumped in also. The way my mind is made up, the phone would have not been thought of. Well, it also depends on where you are because if I'm on the boat, I'm not getting off the boat to go fight.
Yeah, yeah, because the people that were like the guy with the chair was on the boat.
Yes, likely if I was there, I would have been on the boat because I would have had no other reason to
Yeah,
be in that area.
yeah,
What's the saying you gonna learn today?
yeah. But I mean, like it was a good fight though.
Yeah,
Nice little fight, man. I'm sorry. I like to watch fights.
yeah. You
Um,
you overindulged a
it's the
lot more than I
it's the
would
weirdest thing.
have
Yeah, I would have
in a
watched that
fight
whole
video.
fight.
That was a lot
The
for
only
me.
time I would have jumped in is if somebody hit me.
The reason that I even knew about it to decide to watch it was because Jamie, that's me, is from Montgomery and she was talking about it like right after it happened because it was like all over her Facebook feed.
Man, what you said? That young boy that
I'm probably gonna mind my business with Tommy and watch. The young
heck
boy
yeah.
who swam to the action is a future Avenger.
He was like, "Let me at him."
You know he's gonna get these, right?
Yeah,
Just take yours with you.
making room for the little man. That's not Man, these kids woke up super early. Hey, nah, we gonna have to do something, man.
I'm jumping in if Tommy gets hit.
I'm jumping in to Steve. You ain't even hit my brother. Like
I need somebody to jump in if I was getting jumped, please and thank you.
now, Dub, if you started losing, if you started losing,
But these were people that I don't think knew him. They was
no,
just
like
like black man under attack,
black man
going
in
to
an
save the
unfair
day,
fight
going to
with
save the day.
white people. Okay, we got an issue. So you need to get your son, man, because
I'm
he's
trying to
gonna
figure
do
out where
something.
he's going.
Anyway, I think it was a great fight. Um, Me personally, um, I'd have probably been the dude that was up there that nah, you can't win fighting one on one. So I'd have made it fair.
105.
Yeah. I'd have been the dude with the chair coming down coming down the aisle.
I've only heard of one instance of you doing anything like super aggressive.
What?
Uh was it a fight that broke out at a party and you grabbed somebody and was like, nah.
Yeah, man, we was in college.
I know that.
And I'm short,
Obviously.
five foot
Yes.
six,
Okay.
5'6".
Get a
The
get
guy
away.
had to be like 6'1", 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
And they was I don't know what they we was at a house. We was at an apartment.
Here. Go.
Go
Go
over
go
there.
over there.
Go over here. Nobody wants to see that. We was at a party or my party. It was our me and Doug's birthday party that we always throw.
Not J Dub.
Not J Dub, but J Dub.
I'm just making sure that the people know it's not this J
Yeah,
Dub.
not this Dub, but another J Dub. Um, we throwing the party, and they was trying to get to fighting for some reason. I was like, "No, man, there's too many girls in here for you to be trying to fight another dude." I never understood that. So I got him hemmed up. He was like, "All right, all right, all right."
What were they fighting about?
I don't, I don't know. I have no clue, man. But I know it wasn't gonna happen on my watch.
It is what it is. I
Um,
think all I've ever done in fights. Remember the step show brawl?
I hosted it,
Know what I'm saying? Like I cussed so many people out that night about
man.
fighting.
I was like, y'all messing up my hosting gig thing. Like, I ain't never gonna get another gig to host
And
anything.
you have it, have
I haven't. I
you?
got one other thing, but I messed that up myself.
What was that?
I was drunk,
What was
and
that?
it was at a basketball game, like a not a celebrity basketball game, but like a community basketball game, and
Mhm.
they asked me to host it. Angelo was DJing,
And you got drunk.
and I got drunk before, and I was
Thank
like,
you.
"Oh, this is awful," and
Thank you.
never was
Here.
asked to do anything else again. Let in mind, both of these were unpaid gigs.
I don't understand how you couldn't negotiate pay for the step show.
I didn't think about it because it was with the BCPC.
Yeah.
Um, that's funny,
Young
man.
Quattro, please stop throwing
What
rocks
else
at
we
me.
got on here, man?
That was bound to happen one day. Another saying ain't it ain't no
Trash. Go
ain't
throw it in the
fun when the
trash.
rabbit got the gun.
Yeah. Uh, man, but that was crazy. That was a crazy thing to happen. What? Okay, go watch a movie. You want to watch a Little Mermaid? What you want to do? Pull you up a chair. Go pull your chair up. Wait, mommy wants you, man. But yeah, man, that fight just went through so many stages of life, and I bet you halfway through that fight, them white folks was like, "Man, I really don't want to. I wish I would have chose to do something else." But yeah. So anyway, these kids in this wake up, man. Um, we got these wildfires in Maui.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. The wildfires in
Wait,
Maui.
time out, time out. You don't want to hear the baby crying and then the older sibling say, "I'm sorry, mommy."
I know what happened though.
What happened?
I sat him at the activity table and she went over to the activity table and got mad because she had to go downstairs.
Like, I don't get why it's like if she's not playing with something and he picks it up, she immediately has to take it.
Mhm.
I don't get that. Like, you're not even playing with it. Like, what's the issue?
It's hers. That's all she's thinking about in her mind is that it's hers.
She really don't understand. Like, what's y'all? It's y'all's now. I get it. But man, I think he might be tired too.
He shouldn't be tired. Well,
Um,
he probably is though.
but the wildfire. Why'd you put them down here?
I don't know. I
What
don't know.
made you think that was a good
I don't
idea?
know. I don't know.
The wildfires in Maui, man.
It has been really like devastating. One of the things though that, and this is the travel agent side of me that's upset about this, there's people that are scheduled to fly into Maui and they can't cancel their tickets without penalty.
Mm.
And I'm like, at some point we have to make some concessions.
I
Hawaii is on fire.
a coworker of mine, um, she was supposed to go to Hawaii like this week,
Mm-hmm.
this coming up week,
Mm-hmm.
and all week we've been laughing like, I don't think you're going.
Well, if she has travel insurance, then okay. If they have travel insurance, they can probably change to an alternate island.
Yeah,
Um and still get to go to Hawaii or even just change to an alternate destination
yeah,
because that is a possibility. I just I hated that they're um they're not allowing people to just change even without insurance because like things that were there 2 days ago are gone.
yeah. So
We need to like stop sending people to
yeah,
Hawaii.
the big issue that I just saw today, emergency sirens weren't activated ahead of deadly blaze. And then as of Friday, yesterday, 67 people were killed by the wildfires. And also yesterday a fire like started in West Maui, which was also caused an evacuation with a population of about 1,100 people.
Good morning,
Good
Talisa.
morning, Talisa.
Um, yeah, this is the second deadliest fire in the US. The first being the California wildfires that happened recently. Good morning, Regina. Kiss the babies for me. Um,
Hey, Regina. My favorite cousin for real, though.
it's funny that y'all still say that to each other. um, but it's like 65 lives have been lost, and they're like, yeah, y'all need to not come to Hawaii. However, and also, we're not going to stop you guys from coming to Hawaii.
Yeah, I would stop. I would be like, this is enough, and we're not going. Like,
Well, I'm saying
no,
like,
like like I know it's a lot of money lost
mm-hmm,
because like I think like people fly in there,
mm-hmm,
but you have to look at the people that live there first
mm-hmm,
because that's what's making it where people want to come to your place because they're the ones that's working there.
mm-hmm.
So
I need to ask my mama which island did she go to when she went the
it's
last time.
it's it's like what was devastating to me or hearing it, hey mama, or
Good
hearing
morning.
it was people jumping into the ocean having to be saved by the Coast Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dog, they're really out there just like it's almost like a tornado getting in a valley. They
Mm-hmm.
can't. The only thing it can do is just spin around the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like, what do you do?
It
How do
just
you get it? Get it? First off, I don't know how it started. They apparently had three of them, three wildfires, which is causing the devastation
mm-hmm.
everywhere. But I don't know how it started. I don't know how you get it to go out, or do you just wait until
Regina said she went to Oahu.
Oahu?
Mm-hmm.
We
I
have
think that might have been where my mom went, but I'm not sure.
I know I ain't never made it to Hawaii yet, but I want to go.
Dion wants to go
It's
too.
crazy because the only thing
Maybe
you
we should
hear
do a
about
family
Hawaii is,
vacation.
oh, it's beautiful and it's expensive.
Because everything that we think of as American
Yeah,
has to be imported there.
yeah. I wonder. I always like now, like this week, hearing about that. I was like, well, how did people originally started going there? Like, who moved there to be like, this is where I'm gonna live?
There's still the native people there.
So it was people there before.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, how did they get there?
they're native there. You do know that it was all one big landmass, and then it broke apart.
I feel like if I
You missed
say,
science class.
look, I feel like if I say no, you're gonna judge me, and everybody else is too. But I'm gonna say, yeah, I knew that.
So I can't remember what country exactly had Hawaii before we got it.
Oh, so it ain't always been like USA's.
Uh-uh. I think Hawaii was the last official state.
Yeah, man. But I just found it to be interesting though, man. Like it's like, what do you do, and how do you ask for help, and what does help look like? You know,
Mm-hmm.
why is it burning the way it burns?
I mean, that's just like the wildfires in California. It's just the perfect conditions for a terrible storm.
You know, they said it was started by like something was on fire, and then a tsunami happened in the water, which brought a lot of wind, and that caused it to spread.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, geez, Louise.
So it was an independent nation before it became part of the United States. But native people to Hawaii look inherently to me Asian.
Yeah,
Will you go get him?
yeah, I go get it.
Oh, we went because Alaska divided checks. Let us go for $200 from Anchorage my senior year. Yeah, they made a nonstop flight from I think LAX to mainland Hawaii a few years ago, like right before the pandemic, and those round trips were like 243 on Southwest. I remember when that happened because I had a few friends living in LA and everybody was like, we're going to Hawaii because you can't go to Hawaii any other time for $200 round trip. I still don't know how I got to go to Alaska. I mean, I know how because y'all were there. I'm talking to Regina specifically. But that had to have been an expensive trip. When we went to Alaska. Like looking back on it as an adult, Like I understand now why we always drove to go visit your parents in South Carolina because it was too many of us trying to get there. But yeah, I hope that they can get these wildfires under control. It just seems like it's becoming I'm not to say becoming. It has become a very like hard thing to manage. And with it becoming so difficult to manage, it's just devastating the island. And I definitely want people to stop going to the island
Yeah. At
so
least
that they can
until,
get that under
yeah,
control.
so they don't have to be worried about other people coming there and possibly dying and or something like that. So
Hmm.
yeah, um,
Get the travel insurance.
man, that's the smart move to do. What
That's
else?
been like a reoccurring thing in several travel groups was about these wildfires and people wanting to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, like I assume that it's a beautiful place, a nice little destination to go to
Hmm.
and stuff. So,
What was your next thing or last
you know,
thing?
somebody won 1.58 billion.
Did they take all the money?
I don't know what they did. I just was like, wow. I don't play the lottery, so I ain't no person that's gonna win it.
Um, I think my last lottery ticket Dion bought for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because whenever we're up there, he go in the gas station. He'd be like, "You want something?" I'd be like, "Give me a lottery ticket," because he's one of the few people I know that has cash.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I get you. Also, UPS drivers land $170,000 a year package.
Ace and I were talking about that. He was saying that people. He was like, "You need to look and see if they got any work from home jobs,"
It's for
because
the drivers.
no, they've increased
Oh,
overall.
everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
overall salaries. He was like, "Look and see if they got any work from home gigs." Yes, I did not know that, Gertrude. I did know that they were independent. So now I'm gonna have to look into
what you
more.
talking about?
I think you're sleeping.
Yeah, he is. He just yawned over here. Good morning, Jack Glenn. This man here been having a rough week. But yeah,
You've been getting up entirely too early.
yeah.
Hey.
Just get up. Look, I'm like I know they tired. I'm tired of it. But now, what was we talking about? The UPS. No, it's one thing I want to talk about, but I'm like, man, you leave and the thing didn't adjust right. The camera didn't adjust right. Um, I am I'm happy for the like drivers and everybody that was fighting for that because they was gonna go on strike to get that deal to happen. 170,000 changes a lot of people's lives. It's some more things I'm pretty sure that was in the deal, but I mean that's a big one, man. So shout out to them, and it happened a few weeks ago. So I wonder when everything's gonna take shape, go into place, and everything like that. I can. You need your phone?
No.
Oh, so you guys can hear Artika and
So please
possibly
don't
the
get me
baby
started.
crying. Um,
What else do you have?
only other thing is this decapitated baby.
That's so sad.
Oh, it's the one of the worst things I ever heard.
Like
The,
you can
the
tell the story
so um it actually happened when Quad was born, like around the time.
the day after.
Yeah, they had the C-section on the 10th of July. So
This was last year,
no, this was this year.
so
This
it was
year
on his one
it was
year.
yeah, it was on his 1 year. So there's a lawsuit to regional Southern Hospital, something I don't know.
A hospital in Riverdale
Yeah,
or
it's a
something.
hospital in Riverdale, and the lawsuit is the hospital lied, and I'm paraphrasing because I saw it and immediately was heartbroken, like because of what negligence and what it happened, and what I saw yesterday even made it worse for me because these guys were so young, are so young,
Mhm.
you know,
The mom and the dad were what, like 21 and 23, something like that.
huh?
The mom and the dad were like 21 and
Yeah,
23.
something like that. They were young. Like the mom was 20. I
20.
know that. I don't know how old the dad was, but that was his junior basically.
Mhm.
Um, just to hear like, so what happened was she was diagnosed with diabetes. I know they call it something.
Gestational diabetes.
Yeah, I think that's what she was diagnosed with. Oh, Gertrude said that's funny for Tommy to say no one was there. Hawaii kind of like when Europeans came to North America. I don't know. I don't know who it is. Nothing.
Are they
Uh,
still there?
yeah, they still there. I can't. I'm not
I
finna
don't
answer
know.
it. So, but yeah, man, that was terrible though, man. It was very awful, a very awful thing to happen, and I just, it was just so sad.
So she originally went in. Was it for a scheduled C-section or was it an emergency
Nah, it was
C-section?
it. I think she was scheduled to like actually like,
Because you watched a video about it. When I read what I read, I was like, I don't want to know anymore.
yeah, like I think it was just only for like, she was finna have the baby
Yeah,
because the baby.
it's a
I think she was at.
C-section.
No, I don't, no, it was the emergency C-section
Okay.
from she was having it vaginally.
Okay. She was having a vaginal birth. The baby got stuck, and then they decided to do a C-section to get the baby out.
Right, the baby got stuck in the canal. I don't know if that's the
That is
correct
the
term.
proper
Is it?
term.
So the baby got stuck there, and then they were like yanking on the babies, like trying to get it unstuck. Something triggered them to then say, "Hey, we need a C-section, emergency C-section." And then so, uh,
Because there's the baby got stuck at the shoulders,
yeah,
and there that is a normal occurrence because every time I fill out paperwork for the kids appointments,
yeah,
they ask did they have that, like were they stuck
yeah,
in the
yeah.
birth canal, because apparently they can do something to them later
Yeah,
on in life. I'm not really sure.
I don't know, but it's it's just it's oh man, it's tough. It's their first child.
Hmm.
This happens. Like the part I want to say, it brings me to tears to even think about it.
What part?
Like when they had the C-section and they pulled the baby out.
Hmm. It just it's very scary. I see that the hospital is trying to absolve themselves
Right.
by saying, "Oh, that doctor isn't an employee."
Yeah.
The doctors are never employees of the
Right.
hospital.
Right. Right.
They're
But
always independent
but
contractors.
for the outside, like I get the hospital's part. The hospital's just gonna do their part to refrain from having to spend that money because somebody's gonna pay for this because this was negligence, and then they the thing was they tried to cover it up.
Now that's the part I don't understand. How they thought they were gonna cover it up.
Yeah, I don't get that myself.
Because a baby died. And I don't get how you thought you were going to cover up a baby dying.
Yeah, I it's just so many issues with
Because
this.
if my kid died in utero, right?
Yeah,
And I had a stillborn, I still have a baby to give a funeral
and see
to.
that's what they were trying to say. Like the rebuttal to everything is the baby was dead.
Come on.
They were saying the baby was dead before, like,
It was a stillborn. It was
yeah,
going to be a stillborn.
yeah. But
Oh, that's your coffee.
it's man, this is one of the saddest things I've heard of. That's what she asked for was coffee.
Yes, she said she wants her coffee. Okay, get up. No, it's really really sad. I don't understand where they're going with this. It's something that's probably a case that I'm going to look more into as more information comes forth.
Yeah.
But that's really traumatizing for them because you think about something like that happening, you don't ever want to be in a position of having to give birth ever again.
Mm-mm.
Or at least I wouldn't.
Man, they said they like when I was reading through the article a little bit, they was in the complaint, they was like they asked to see the baby and they wouldn't let them hold the baby. They
Hmm.
only allowed them to see the baby. Um they it was like they neglected to do things in a timely fashion that
Hmm.
could have possibly saved this baby or whatnot.
And that's one of those things that you get into with people like not listening to women's pain and things like that because you don't know what could have possibly saved.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be ending this before the hour mark.
Yeah, I think so. We trying to hold on.
um, yeah, it's really sad. It's unfortunate. I hope that they are definitely receiving some grief counseling, but I also hope that they are compensated.
Oh, they gotta be.
Yeah.
They gotta be compensated because the thing about it is they still gonna be charged for the hospital.
Hmm. Insurance bills.
Yep.
If they did or didn't have insurance, they gonna get.
They're gonna get charged.
Yep.
So it's just a hard thing to it's a hard thing to hear.
I
And
wonder if the doctor was her like actual OBGYN or if it was just who was on duty at the hospital.
yeah,
Because that was one of the reasons with the practice that I chose was that I wouldn't be at the mercy of just who's at the hospital.
yeah,
They have someone at the hospital 24/7
yeah,
from their team. And I got to see every single nurse
yeah,
or midwife or doctor that they had in the practice to make sure that I was familiar with everyone. There was only one that I didn't go to more than once, and that's because she was also pregnant. Me and her
hmm
within like 4 weeks of each other. I was like, I know you're not gonna be delivering
hmm
my baby because you're gonna be at home recovering.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I think the medical
Sit right there.
examiner is the one that
Sit right there.
actually kind of like threw up a red like I don't want to say whistleblow, but brought brought things to
Sit
attention
in the chair.
because they were like something ain't right about this whole ordeal and what the hospital was doing. So um, that's what makes the situation a lot worse. But yeah, man,
I just have not heard mommy so many times.
because we're doing
I
something.
know. As soon as we
If
cut
we
this
if we
off,
wasn't doing anything, both of them would be in their own little world.
mm-hmm. Lily,
Welcome to
hold on.
parenthood.
Go watch Encanto.
Sometimes I just be wondering, what is it that you want?
Nothing. Just to
Like
call her.
like truly, what is it that you want and need?
She called you 15 times to ask could she have her hot chocolate. And then when she sat down, she didn't drink the hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
So it's like
What? Okay.
it's like what is it, man? What do you need at this moment, right now,
To get your attention.
to get your attention? Because you're not doing anything, you don't want anything, but only because you see me laughing, talking, doing something.
Welcome to having kids.
Welcome to
Life with
parenthood.
kids. Oh,
Um,
okay. Sit in another
that's
chair.
that's hilarious, man. But
Okay.
anyway, these kids gonna make us get
Lily
off a
just
little
said
early.
she's not sitting in any chairs.
Yeah,
So there's that.
there's
Yes.
that. But anyway,
Okay.
we finna get on out of here and get this day started. I gotta paint their bathroom, so I've been recording it, and I haven't forgot y'all about the fence. I actually got to finish up the fence this weekend, so we're working on that. In the meantime, we have some other stuff that we're working on. Um, also,
Oh
which
yeah, Regina has her grandkids this weekend. Hey, calm
man,
down.
that's so funny. You guys enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the sun if it's out, and it never end. Both of mine still do. Don't tell me
I'm
that,
sure my
but
mama would probably say that about me, but
yeah, I probably do
I
that
don't,
to my
I
mama.
don't live there, so
Yeah.
it's different.
And you see how he just been chilling, and then next thing you know, he's like out of there too. But anyway, I love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Like this video, share it. We're actually going to release the replay on Monday.
I don't know. Let's not even talk about that.
Get him before he does something. Anyway, we love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for joining us this morning for the coffee break. We are out.
Bye,
Peace.
y'all.